Okay, let's see if I remember how to do this. Hello, I'm Jordan and you're not. And so it's been roughly a year since my last video. So you might be wondering to yourself, Jordan, what have you been doing this whole year? Anyway, let's go on to the. I'm kidding. So yeah, last year I turned years old, and let's see, I was kind of sort of talking to someone non-binary, trying to get with them, but they treated me like absolute garbage. So I dumped their ass. And then I had a kidney stone attack, which sucked. And let's see. Oh yeah, I have a girlfriend now. I'm serious, I do have a girlfriend. She's probably watching right now. Her name's Alicia. And she's a cougar because she's older than me. Hi, Alicia. I hope you're watching. So, this is going to be the absolute best and worst movies of 2023. So, usually I like to try to do one video for the best movies, and then I try to do one video for the worst movies. But last year there wasn't really too many movies that I considered, the worst. So I'm going to combine them, make one big epic long video. So now remember, this is my opinion, and this is my video, this is my channel, this is my show, and what matters is what I have to say. And so if you don't like what I have to say, go on the internet and complain. So I'm going to count down. I think I have 10 best and 5 worst. So I'm going to count down. So at number 10, I'm going to go with No Hard Feelings with Jennifer Lawrence, because I thought it was just a fun little raunchy little dirty comedy about this girl and this trying to get this guy's the car. I don't know. Ah, man. Okay. So yeah, her life is kind of going in the toilet, and she really wants this car. And so this mom and this dad put out a ad on a Craigslist or whatever that they want their son to get out there and meet new people. So she goes and dates him, and so she comes on really strong with this guy. And so he's like, "Oh, get away from me!" Ah! And so it's just I thought it was just a fun little dirty comedy movie to And then they claimed that she did a nude scene in it, but it looked CGI almost. So if you might have to go back and rewatch that scene like a bunch of hundreds of thousands of times just to make sure. Next, I'm gonna go with Barbie, because it was just a good feel good movie for strong independent women to which I guess that's what they tried to do with the Black Christmas 2019 remake, and that one was just terrible. I know it's weird to compare Black Christmas to Barbie, but that's Jordan for you. Okay. So let's see the movie was really good. It had really good sets and SETS set. I didn't say sex. Margot Robbie was really good as Barbie. That almost rhymed. And let's see, what else about the movie? That it was just it's visually beautiful to look at. Okay, next I'm gonna go with the Super Mario Brothers movie. So that was just for me. That was just a very nostalgic, movie to kind of a lot of people don't like the live action 1990s Super Mario Brothers movie, but I've always enjoyed it. So this is it's just it was good to kind of have them bring a new Mario movie for younger generations to watch. And then I thought Chris Pratt did okay as Mario. A lot of people didn't like it, but I thought it was okay. And then of course Charlie Day as Luigi. I think my ears bled at that point. And then of course Jack Black as Bowser. I know his name was Bowser, but I always just called him Koopa. And even in the 90s movie they called him Koopa. In the cartoon series they did in the 90s, The Adventures of Super Mario Bros. 3, they always just called him King Koopa. So I just like to call him Koopa. Tomato, Bowser, Koopa. So next I'm gonna go with Scream 6. So there's, oh yeah. So I guess if I guess you all know the controversy with Scream 7. They got rid of Melissa Barrera. And so, yeah, there's like, they got rid of her because of some controversial posts she made, but, everyone's standing on her side about this. And then Jenna Ortega, plays Wednesday in the Netflix series. She left, and then the director left, so it's just a big shit show. So I guess what they can do now is just call it Scream Ends, and then have it be about some random character we've never even met before. Just like Halloween Ends, because everybody loved that one. So yeah, Scream 6 was I thought it was really good. It took a while for it to grow on me. This time it takes place in New York City, and the Ghostface killer this time wears a more kind of aged, kind of a decrepit mask, kind of like Michael Myers in the new Halloween trilogy, Halloween 2018 Kills and Ends. And it was good to kind of. I always like the little Easter eggs and nods to other slashers that they always reference, and even their own little series, and going back to the making nods to the the first Scream, second Scream. Okay, I won't spoil nothing. Next, I'm gonna go with Saw X, or is it Socks? It's a box of socks. Does anybody even remember that video that I made like a decade ago? Box of socks? Anyone? Hello? So yeah, this one is Saw 1.5, because it takes place between Saw 1 and Saw 2, because, well, I don't want to spoil nothing, but as you know, Jigsaw is in present time. Jigsaw's dead, so of course they had to go back and find a certain time where he can still be alive, because Jigsaw's the main attraction. And Tobin Bell was great in this movie. He should win an award. Actually, this should win Best Picture, honestly. Well, that and the other movie that I have picked for my number one best movie of 2023. So yeah, it was really good to see Tobin Bell back and Shawnee Smith as Amanda, and it's just it's a very intriguing story to kind of see how John, or Jigsaw slash John is he's desperate, trying to find a cure for his cancer, and he even goes down to Mexico to there's a thing they mentioned in Saw 6 about his an operation that can be done. So I think that kind of relates to what happens in this one, and of course it's all fake news. And so he puts them all in his traps. And so one of my things I said that they had the little Billy puppet there with the little swirls. I thought, I want to play a game. Like this Amanda would have had to have brought that to Mexico. That didn't raise any red flags at the airport. Okay. But yeah, it's a very good installment to the Saw series, and actually it's probably one of the better Saw movies out there. So yeah, it's probably in my top 5 Saw movies now. And last month they announced Saw 11, so we'll see how that goes. I guess it'll probably be in chronological order. I guess it'd be Saw 1, Saw 10, Saw 11, and then back to Saw 2. I don't know. It's all crazy. It's I don't know. It's on crack or whatever. Okay, next I'm gonna go with Cocaine Bear. That's what I call my girlfriend. Because I'm addicted to her. I'm addicted to her like cocaine. We have a healthy relationship. Don't judge me. Okay, so yeah, this was just a fun movie, loosely based on a true story about just a black bear in the woods. Someone dumps. It takes place in the 80s, so someone just dumps a bunch of cocaine in the woods, and it just goes on a coke-fueled rampage. But it does kind of take a little bit for the cocaine bear to kind of show up. But when she does, it's on. It's epic. It's gangsta. She gonna tear your shoe up. So yeah, Cocaine Bear. That's what I call my girl. Hi Alicia. Hi Cocaine Bear. I love you. People are gonna be like, oh my gosh, Jordan, stop. Okay. Next, I'm gonna go with Thanksgiving by Eli Roth. So this is one that I've been wanting to see for 16-ish and a half years. So the first with the original, do y'all remember? Yeah, of course y'all remember the Grindhouse. With Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino. They did Planet Terror and Death Proof. Oh gosh, it makes me want to vomit anytime I want to talk about Quentin Tarantino. Okay, hold on, just give me a second. So yeah, they had these fake trailers that they did. Even for this, they did Eli Roth's Thanksgiving. They had Rob Zombie did Werewolf Women of the SS, and then I think Robert Rodriguez also did Machete with Danny Trejo, and there's one called Don't, and then they did Hobo with a Shotgun. They actually made Hobo with a Shotgun. I think I reviewed that way back in the day. And so yeah, finally after all these years, they finally did Thanksgiving, and it did live up to the hype. And so they actually a couple of the scenes, like only very 2 or 3 scenes from the original trailer actually made it into the movie, and that's one that I saw with my girlfriend. And yeah, it has really some good nods and to like 80s and 90s slashers. And I was sitting there thinking, oh wow, this is like this is one of my favorite slashers. I'm like there's pieces from I Know What You Did Last Summer and Valentine and just Halloween and just all these little pieces from each horror movie that I've loved over the years. There's like a little reference to it almost. To me, that's what it felt like. So, and it was great to finally see it. And they already announced Thanksgiving too, so that'll be fun to see where they could go with that. Next, I'm gonna go with this is one of my favorites for real. I'm gonna go with Renfield with Nicolas Cage and Nicholas Hoult. So yeah, I was really wanting that came out in March, I believe, and I even bought some popcorn with that because I wanted to have the theater experience for Renfield. So yeah, Nicolas Cage as Dracula was great. And it was just a fun, bloody blast. You just kind of, this guy, he eats, kind of like the original Dracula from 1931. Renfield, he eats bugs and like he just kind of goes psychotic. But in this one, he eats the bugs, and it gives him rejuvenates him. It kind of gives him superpowers, and he can just like rip this guy's arm off, and just blood spewing everywhere. It's great. It's just a fun, great little movie to watch. So please watch it. Next, I'm gonna go with Gogeta -1. So my girlfriend took me to see that one, and it was probably one of the better Godzilla movies I've ever seen. Which I know a lot of people are saying that, but yeah, it is that good. Usually, I just do not give a crap about the humans. I want to see Godzilla show up in the very first scene. I want to see him tear shit up. I want him to be the main star. I want him to be there for like an hour of the movie. But this time, I actually cared about the characters, and it's a period piece, and it takes place in the 40s. It was just it was interesting. It's almost like a war movie, but with a Godzilla monster creature just thrown in there. And that scene with him on the boat, kind of just chasing that kind of horror. You just see his eyes chasing that is scary. So yeah, Godzilla was cool and scary in this movie. So yeah, hopefully that'll win and get some awards somehow. Okay, now let's go with the #1 best movie of all of 2023. It is, of course, it has to be Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Okay. Now let's go with the worst movies of 2023. I was joking, by the way, about Winnie the Pooh. I'm not that crazy. Godzilla -1 was #1. Okay, for #5 and the worst, I'm gonna go with Candy Cane Lane with Eddie Murphy. It was just, I don't know. It was supposed to be like a Christmas movie. It was supposed to be fun or something or whatever, but it was just, I don't know. It was just, I don't know. It was just, and all these like the 12 Days of Christmas things come to life, and those like little toys, they get turned into little plastic toys or something. I don't know. I didn't get it. Just didn't make no sense. Number 4, I'm gonna go with the Taylor Swift The Eras tour, because who the hell wants to watch Taylor Swift sing for 2.5 hours? Next, I'm gonna go with Asteroid City. Now, this was a blind watch for me because it just looked like visually, it looked beautiful. Like I think it takes place in 1950. I'm looking at the cover here. I'm cheating. It takes place in like 1955, and I just love the look of the 50s, of that time era, and it kind of looked intriguing. But then I watched it. It's just like, what is this? You know, like what the hell? So I need to toss it or use it for toilet paper or something. Okay, next I'm gonna go with Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. So you may not know this, but I'm not the biggest D&D fan. Now, I did play a couple of years ago with my friends, and it was fun, yeah, but after a while I kind of just got burnt out. So if any of my friends watching that love D&D, that do love playing the game, I'm sorry, I just don't want to play that game no more. It's just not for me. So don't force me to play no more. That's it. And then, yeah, then the movie came out, and I just had absolutely no interest in seeing it. And then, let's see, I think it was actually, I went over to my friend's house one day and they were watching it, and I was just like, then I just wanted to go to another room and chat with Megan. You all know Megan from the Megan video and all the other hundreds of videos we've made over the past decade. Has it been so long? We need to start making videos again. Okay, now for the number 1 worst movie of 2023. This is gonna get me some hate, but I need some publicity. I need people to remember who I am. So go ahead and hate me if you want. For the worst movie of 2023, I'm gonna go with Oppenheimer by Christopher Nolan. It was so boring. And like everyone thinks Christopher Nolan's the greatest thing since sliced bread, but he's almost just as overrated as Quentin Tarantino. Like some of his Batman movies were okay, I guess, but why do they have to be like 3.5 hours long? Just make shorter movies. I got ADD, man. You're freaking me out here, man. Okay, so yeah, the movie it's about, you know, what is his name? J. Edgar Oppenheimer or something, some shit, I don't know. Shows you how much I care about history. So yeah, Oppenheimer makes a bomb. Yeah, he farts, and then that's how Godzilla was born. So Godzilla Minus One is technically a sequel to Oppenheimer. So yeah, the sequel was better than the original. Go see, yeah, Godzilla Minus One. It was a hella better than Oppenheimer. And that was 3 hours of just sitting there, just watch people talk about science and nerd talk. Nerds. So did anyone even do the Barbenheimer experience? I did. I did it. I didn't do it back to back. I did Barbie one day, then I did Oppenheimer the next day. So clearly Barbie was the better movie. I'm pretty sure my girlfriend wants to see Oppenheimer, so hopefully she won't break up with me because I've talked shit about Oppenheimer. Let me check my phone and see if she... Okay, no, she didn't break up with me yet. Okay, so these are the best and the worst movies of 2023, so to me. So hopefully you agree with 95% of what I said, and if you don't, write me down in the comments, tell me what's up. Get all up in my grill like my troll rotting cesspool used to do. Does anybody even remember that guy? Nah. Okay, well, let's hopefully one of my New Year's resolutions was to make some more videos for 2024, and I'll try to be back every once in a while. I'm like herpes, you just can't get rid of me.